All right, Colorado, we are back. Man, it's time for us to continue our GM mode commentary with your Colorado Avalanche. After I'll say successful year number 2, the accelerated rebuild ended up working out for the Colorado Avalanche. We got matched up against a very tough St. Louis Blues squad in round number 1 and got swept out. Eventually, the Tampa Bay Lightning would go on to beat the St. Louis Blues in the Stanley Cup Finals, so we got kicked out to the second best team in the NHL. You can find some silver lining somewhere, boys. Our team is growing. They got some playoff hockey underneath their belt now, and now we have a very important year 2 NHL entry draft. So I was reading your comments, a lot of pronunciations for certain names. Maxime Comtois, is that how you pronounce it? Comtois. I'm sure you guys will let me know. But also a lot of suggestions for what we should do at this year's draft. Now remember, we have 2 first-round picks. We have our first-round pick, which I believe is probably 18, 16, 19, somewhere around there because we did make the playoffs. But the Dallas Stars for Gabriel Landeskog last year, they didn't make the playoffs. They were the best team to not make the playoffs. So the lottery already happened. We did not get the first, second, or third overall pick, which would have been fantastic. But a lot of you guys suggesting that we move those picks. We create some action, move up in the draft, or acquire a defenseman. And you guys have a point there. The playoff series against the St. Louis Blues, it proved that offense is not going to win championships. Our offense looked great. We had 4 games in a row where we failed to score more than 1 goal. So we need some defense to help the offense out. So I got some plans in mind here, boys. Let's take it step by step here. So retired players, let's see. Do we have any retired players? We're a young squad. No, the Colorado Avalanche do not have a single player that has decided to hang them up. Let's just go to, oh, for God's sakes, went the wrong way. Alphabetical order, I go from C all the way to, for God's sakes. So here it is. Jarome Iginla has decided to retire with the Nashville Predators. He's got to go down as a Calgary Flame, though. Marian Hossa, Mike Ribeiro, Danny Heatley finally hangs him up. Scott Hartnell, Mike Camilleri. Okay, so all of these guys down here. Friggin' Nathan Horton and Joffrey Lupul. The Leafs will be thankful for that. And last but not least, let's just take a look at goaltenders that have decided to go. Nicholas Backstrom. Games played. What are we sorting by? Oh, we're sorting by wins. Nicholas Backstrom, Macarena, Leighton. Okay, so Backstrom and Jarome Iginla leading that retirement class of 2018, right? Yeah. So here we are, boys. The year 2 NHL entry draft. Something popped up on my computer. Cut it off. We're okay. So the Toronto Maple Leafs, they hit the lottery. They're getting the first overall pick again. Now, I don't know. Do they want to trade away their first overall pick? Even if they do, I'm not going to. Yeah, they want to trade away their first overall pick. I think the Leafs hit the lottery big time. I think they were the third or fourth best team to not make the playoffs, so they weren't even in the top 10, and they scored the first overall pick. So I'm not going to trade for that. That wouldn't be very realistic anyways. The Vancouver Canucks, let's see, they also moved up in the draft. Do they want to give up? They want to give up their first overall pick. Okay, well, second overall is a little bit more believable, I suppose. Fourth overall pick, the New York Islanders, the trade that we should have had last year. They don't want to give up their pick. Did I check out the third? Hang on. 1, 2, no, I didn't. The New Jersey Devils, that's an interesting team. Do they want to give up their pick? They do. All right, New Jersey might be the one, boys. Considering they got guys like Taylor Hall, Corey Schneider, they're in that kind of tweener zone, and the computer's saying they want to trade away their third overall pick. I'll do it. So before we take a look at anything, the Toronto Maple Leafs, they drafted Berzan first overall. Let's center, two-way forward, high elite. All right, hang on a second. Scouted players. Holy crap. So the Toronto Maple Leafs, they got Austin Matthews and Berzan now down the middle. 2 high elite centers. Man, they're going to be a powerhouse in the Eastern Conference. So here are the players that are left. Is the time going? No, the time's not going. Good. So you got Ryan Merkley. He is an offensive defenseman, 17 years of age, right-handed. Not too bad right there. And I got him scouted. His defensive awareness is already legitimate 84. I wonder how good this guy is overall-wise, if he's grown at all in the 1 year that we've already... 2 years, actually. 2 years that we've already simulated. We also have Rasmus Dahlin from Sweden. I didn't scout this player at all. He's 18 years of age, offensive defenseman. There are a lot of offensive defensemen in the top 10 this year. Kalen Addison, offensive defenseman, 18 years of age, right-handed. So you got 2 right-handed offensive defensemen. And then another one, Ty Smith, offensive defenseman, left-handed. So you got 4 guys there, and it looks like they're going to be going in the top 5. Roberts, Camp, McDonald, Gravel. Okay, all these guys. You also have David Levin, I believe his first name is. Yeah, David Levin, left wing sniper. Not that this player wouldn't be useful to our squad. It's just that we have roster needs elsewhere. We need defensemen. We already know about our sweet offensive core, right? And also, was there another? Yeah, the Toronto Maple Leafs just drafted Burzin. So you know what? Yeah, the second overall pick, I don't even need. The third overall pick, what about the fifth overall pick? Because they might drop all the way back down to 5. I don't want to tempt it. First overall pick. Yeah, the Boston Bruins want to give it up as well. Okay, you know what? Let me take a look at the New Jersey Devils. I'll just stop the time right here. I don't want to waste any of your time. I'll go ahead and do some pre-scouting, see if I can make any trades happen here. Hang on a second. Okay, boys, good news. I figured it out. I think this trade makes a lot of sense. I'll explain it to you. If you guys disagree, go nuts in the comment section. But the New Jersey Devils, they have stated that they would be willing to trade away their first overall, not the first overall pick, their first round pick, which is the third overall pick in the year 2 NHL entry draft. Now, if you look at their team, you know, guys in their mid to late, well, not late, well, yeah, 27, 28, late 20s. All right, Taylor Hall's mid 20s, but Palmieri, Henrique, late 20s. Seems like these guys want to win right now. Severson's 85, 23 years of age. Let me just look at forwards right now. Yeah, because their forward core is what I have a plethora of. All right, they got Pavel Zacha coming up. Bo Bennett, I don't know if he's going to grow too much, 83 overall. The point is, they're very weak offensively if they are trying to make that push, right? Travis Zajac is 33. P.A. Parento is 35. Alesh Hemsky is 34. And that's their third, fourth, and fifth. Sorry, they're the fourth, fifth, and sixth best overall forwards as of right now. Now, Zacha might be able to grow. So, we have a crap ton of forwards. They need some forwards. We want a stud offensive defenseman, and he's going to be available at third overall, so this trade makes sense. Now, if we're trading forwards back, it's not going to be any of our main guys like Nathan MacKinnon, Jonathan Drouin, Nolan Patrick, Rantanen, JT Compher, and Jost also had fantastic years. It's going to be Sebastian Aho. This guy we acquired from the Carolina Hurricanes before we started year number 1 for Semyon Varlamov, I believe. At that point, we didn't know what the team was all about. Since then, we've acquired Maxime Comtois, I believe his name is, Jonathan Drouin. This guy got pushed back. Oh, Nolan Patrick as well we got lucky with. So there just wasn't any space for this team. And if we're going to build a championship squad, we need defensemen. So Sebastian Aho is going to go in this trade. He's 20 years of age, a sniper with 2 years left on a minor league deal. So a nice stud for them right there. And also Miguel Grigorenko, boys. That's right. I'm going to be trading away both of them. This guy's 24 years of age, hang on a second, with 2 more years after this draft at 2.25. The reason I'm trading away both of them is because we just don't need them. I'll just show you guys. I just want to put them in the trade right now. Forwards. I'll just show you overall wise. Yeah, it's already sorted. So McKinnon 1, Nolan Patrick 2, Jonathan Drouin 3, Rantanen 4, Benito 5, Comfort 6, Comtois 7, and Jost, where's Jost? Jost 8. So there's 8 right there. There's 8 players in your top 9. Now, Grigorenko would round out the top 9, but we need to acquire defensemen. And I can always acquire a third liner in free agency or a trade at the deadline, just like Lance Boma or the free agent like Nick Bonino, right? So we're going to be adding those 2 players in. I think I might have to add in my second. Hang on, let me just take a look at the trade value. I'll try to get this to go through just the way it is. Yeah, Sebastian Aho and Miguel Grigorenko. No, that won't go through. No, the trade value is not there. Do they want, they want the second. Perfect. Okay, so the second's got some trade value. I can hold on to my 2 firsts so we can continue the accelerated rebuild, and we can acquire one of those defensemen with the first round pick. So, Aho, Grigorenko, and Colorado's second round pick for the 3rd overall selection in the year 2 NHL entry draft. Will it go through? On behalf of the New Jersey Devils organization, I accept your trade offer. We'll see you out on the ice. So, Aho and Grigorenko, good luck. I sent them to the Eastern Conference, boys. We shouldn't have to worry about them. And now the Colorado Avalanche have the 3rd overall pick. Beautiful. All right, so Ooh, they took Kalen Addison. They didn't even take Ryan Merkley or Rasmus Dahlin. I was just going to go with the, sweet. All right, so boys, let's get this done. Make the pick. So who's available here? We got the Canadian, the courageous Canadian, Ryan Merkley. Who did he play for? It was Guelph Storm, I believe. Yeah, I think he's, the team, the Guelph Storm, the OHL. So, good old Ontario boy right here coming to the Colorado Avalanche. I like his defensive awareness already up at 84. Because sometimes offensive defensemen, maybe they get points, but maybe they hurt your simulation because they ain't the greatest defensively. This guy, it's almost like that should be a two-way defender. Ooh, this guy could be good. And Rasmus Dahlin, left-handed. Okay, so I got a left-handed 18-year-old and a right-handed 17. You know what? I got to go with Ryan Merkley here, boys. We got Derek Pouliot, who's already the left-handed offensive defenseman. Tyson Barrie is the right-handed two-way guy. Malak is the right-handed two-way guy. Yeah, I need a right-handed offensive defenseman. So Ryan Merkley it is. From the Guelph Storm, the Colorado Avalanche select Ryan Merkley at third overall. Welcome to the Colorado Avalanche. Now, we have a decision to make here. We have two first-round picks still, the Colorado pick and the Dallas Stars pick. Do we trade them away for another defender or another player, or do we just select with them? Because we are still in that accelerated rebuild stage. I want to bring in prospects because prospects are what you trade at next year's trade deadline to help your team for the playoff run. And I don't know who's going to grow, and I don't know who's available in free agency, right? So Picard at 87. Let me just see my defensive core now with Ryan Merkley in there. How good is he? 79. Ooh, 79 overall, 17 years of age. So you know what? He might actually not be ready for year. Well, no, I got to play him in year number 1, don't I? He'd be listed as like a depth minor league top 2 defenseman. Well, you know, Nolan Patrick grew in the first year anyway. So, yeah, I think Ryan Merkley has to play in the NHL. So you got the right-handed guy. Malak, I'd like to see grow as well. He's right-handed. We got Tyson Barrie right-handed. And then Pouliot, Bigras, and Zadorov all is left-handed. You know what? Our defensive core is set because I would like to see if these guys grow. I don't want to trade for a defenseman right now. And forwards, I think we're fine for forwards. We could acquire some in free agency and a trade because really all we need is 1 third liner and 2 fourth liners because we got Lance Boma. McKinnon, well, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Boma, 8. Jost is 9. Yeah, and then we need because Boma could even be the third liner. Yeah, so we need 3 fourth liners or 2 fourth liners and a third liner. And defensively, yeah, we're fine. So you know what, boys? I'm going to use the draft picks. I'm going to draft with them. We might get lucky, okay? So I'm going to use the draft picks. So sim to user pick. Let's see what happens in the top 10 here with the rest of the teams. I like to edit the draft, so there's a lot of good guys in the first round. Let's see here. David Levin, the left wing sniper, medium elite, over to the New York Islanders. So maybe a future playing partner alongside of Gabriel Landeskog and John Tavares. Not bad. Rasmus Dahlin to the Boston Bruins. So they finally got that young defenseman they can lean on for the future. Roberts, power forward, high top 6, went to the Calgary Flames. McDonald, power forward, high top 6, went to the New York Rangers. Wow, Ty Smith, offensive defenseman. Okay, that's why. He wasn't elite. He was only high top 4, which is still good. That's why he dropped all the way back down there to 8th. Glad I went with the 3rd overall pick. B. Kemp, center playmaker, high top 9. Gravel, high starter. So the Nashville Predators got a nice goaltender there. Robertson, high top 6. Joe Veleno, medium elite, dropped down to 12th, and the Buffalo Sabres picked him up. That's a huge draft right there, or a huge pick right there. The Anaheim Ducks, Delandria, high top 9, and then the Colorado Avalanche at 14. All right, so far, it doesn't seem like the draft has taken a step down. We might be able to snag someone here. Now, what do we need? What do we need? Okay, so center. Okay, high top 9, two-way forward. So this guy McLeod, if he's a high top 9, chances are he's either medium top 6 or low top 6. Now down the middle, we got Tyson Jost. You know what? I got a power forward playmaker and a sniper down the middle. I don't have that two-way forward. I do have Nick Bonino, but I'm talking about like a prospect. Demini Rodriguez. Oh, a goaltender though, a goaltender. And all we have right now in the system is Picard, who's 87. Might want to get a goaltender. Okay, you know what? Hang on. Let me just take a look at the next thing here. When is our next pick? Like, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so our second pick is only 6 picks away. So, again, if I say I select McLeod, who am I going to be left with? So, we got McLeod as a centerman. Come on, game, you stupid game. Hurry up. So, we got McLeod, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you got Mironov, Zadina, Grind, I don't know. Oh, you know what? Coxhead. That's a great name, too. People would love that. Power forward, bottom 6. He would be a medium top 9 or a low top 9, and he'd be that center that you could get. I just don't know if he would be good defensively, or we get McLeod top 6. See, the thing about this is, if I go with McLeod, I know I can pick up Coxhead at, and that would be a legitimate top 9. I don't know about these AHL 4th line. I don't know about these unknowns. AHL top 4. Higgins as well. You know what? A Higgins guy wouldn't be bad. Okay, but Rodrigue, the goaltender, 39 seconds. I gotta be quick. Oh, the goaltender. What do I do? I got forwards. I picked up my defenseman. If I go with the goalie, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there's no way. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go with the goalie here, boys. Rodrigue, McLeod or Rodrigue. Fuck. Center, two-way forward. No. We're down. We're fine down the middle. Go with the goaltender. He's probably gonna be a starter. Rodrigue, boys. High fringe starter. All right. I don't know if that's good or not. Shit. High fringe starter. So fringe starter is less than starter, but it's a high fringe starter. And I've noticed, like, when they got high potential, they can grow. That could be a good pick. If anything, he's going to have good trade value. So, Rodrigue, welcome to the Colorado Avalanche. All right, high fringe starter. That's interesting. Sim to user pick. And let's see what we got here. What did I miss out on here? Rodrigue, Coxhead. Oh, damn, Coxhead. He didn't actually drop all the way down there. No wonder he was a high top 9. Okay. Zadina, medium top 6. What about McLeod? There he is, McLeod, medium top 6. I knew it. So he got selected. Eggenberger, medium top 6. Higgins, there was that. That Higgins offensive defenseman was a medium top 4. Damn. I think I made the wrong choice in the goaltender there, boys. I think I should have went with the skater. Now, if that goaltender turns out to be something, or he helps me acquire someone later at the trade deadline, then fine. But as of right now, I think I made the mistake. Now, who else is available? AHL top 4, defensive defenseman. AHL top 4. I think that would be medium top 6 or low top 6 defensive defenseman, which wouldn't be a bad idea. I don't know about these guys. AHL top 4. I don't know Mironov. I don't know Grinder. I could use, you know what? I'm going to take a chance on this Grinder. Voutilainen? Antti-Voutilainen, 19 years of age, left-wing grinder. I could play him in the AHL, and we do need that 4th line to fill out. You know what? I'm going to try it out. Voutilainen, let's see what happens. I'm going to take a first-round pick on a freaking grinder. Let's see. Low top 6. All right, that's better than I thought it would be. I was hoping that it would be at least a medium top 9. Low top 6, you might see some growth. So with the first-round picks that we didn't trade away, we got a high fringe starter and a low top 6 grinder, boys. Sim to user pick. All right. I don't know if that's a success or not. You know what? Let me go back to see what happens, or see the player selected after that grinder. Let's see if there was another guy that I should have selected. Now, we traded away our 2nd-round pick, right? So this should take us all the way to the 3rd now. Let's see. Bottom 6. There's still some players here. Bottom 6. 7th defenseman. Bottom 6. AHL. There's a lot of top 9. Yeah. Year 2 NHL entry draft is pretty weak after the 1st round. So let me go back to, not round 2, let me go back to round number 1. Let me see after my 2nd pick if there was anyone I should have acquired. Let's see. So Mironov. That would have been better. Yeah, Mironov would have been better. The left-wing power forward, medium top 6. I went with the left-wing grinder, low top 6. Anything else? Medium. That defensive defenseman, medium top 6. I called it. Should have went with him. Low top 9. Damn it, medium top 6, low top 9. Yeah, there were another goaltender in there as well. There were certainly some picks that we could have chose that may have been the better selection there, boys. But what are you gonna do? We got Ryan Merkley. Be happy with that. So, oh god, let me see here. AHL bottom 6. Alright, I really don't know what to make of all this now. Let me sort by potential. Is there anyone that I can make a clear call AHL starter? That would be a backup goaltender. I think that would be a fringe goaltender right there, like low fringe goaltender probably. Let me go down here. Let me just see. I can usually tell if it's the right, like if it's a low top 4, I think I'll be able to snag someone here. Low top 4, I'll acquire him. It'll be medium top 6. No low top 4s. AHL, any lows? I think you guys were right about the year 2 NHL entry draft. Gets a little bit weak later on. Hang on, anything? AHL 4th line? Nah, boys, there's nothing. So I'm just gonna have to get lucky with this draft. Hang on a second here. 3rd round. Let me see. AHL bottom 6. AHL tops. I don't even know, man. You know what? I'm just going to go with this goaltender, Bergfors. He might be early enough in the draft still that might be like a backup or a starter. We'll just try it. Bergfors. Let's see. What was it? Was it a fringe starter? There you go. So we got a fringe starter and a high fringe starter. Whatever. Sim to user pick. I didn't really want to get a AHL top 4 defenseman. Those are useless. The only good ones are the high AHL top 2 or high AHL top 6 forwards. Whatever it is. You can at least trade those guys. Everything else is garbage. Unknown. Yeah, man. I can try with the AHL top 6. That might be like a 7th defenseman, low 7th defenseman. Let's see. Semenov. Let's see. Yeah, medium 7th defenseman. All right. I guess not bad. Sim options, sim to user pick. I'm about to just sim the rest of the draft here. The computer will just get as lucky as I will. Hang on. Let's see if I can get another one. I don't think there's any top 6 defensemen or better or top 9 forwards left. Let's see, unless it's there's nothing there. I can't see anything here, boys. I got to get lucky, basically. You know what? We'll go with this guy, Jaeger. Here we go. We'll see if that name works out for us. Now, AHL top 6. Screw it. Sim options, sim entire draft. We're done. We're done ski, all right? The Year 2 NHL entry draft is over, and the Colorado Avalanche have acquired 8 new players. Ryan Merkley, Rarig, Voutilainen, Bergfors, Semenov, Jaeger, Camiso, and... you know what? I'm just going to butcher that last name. It looks like a German or Norwegian name. Something there from Central Europe. I'm not going to even try to pronounce it. So, sim to the re-sign stage. So I want to get these guys re-signed. I would like to take this to free agency and also get to, it depends on how long, we're only 24 minutes in. If we can get a month or 2 simulated, I'd like that. If not, it's not the end of the world. If we have some major decisions to make in free agency, we may just cut it short because I would like to hear you guys what you have to say, and then the next video we could just do free agency and take it up to like the trade deadline. We could get a big chunk done. So yeah, I'm not going to waste your time here. We have tons of cap space available. Let me just go through all of this, and I will sum it up after we're done. Give me a second. Okay, I got everything taken care of. Let's advance today. We will make sure everyone has been re-signed, and we get to free agency. So Lance Boma, Desjardins, you know what? I don't even need to read their names. Just see that they're all accepted. Accepted, 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 accepted. All right, so... just give you guys the strategy of contracts that I'm handing out right now. The magical year is 5 years for us. Basically, McKinnon, Drouin have been signed for 5 years. We're going to see if this team can get it done. After the 5 years, you have to reassess. McKinnon, Drouin, Nolan Patrick, big boy contracts, right? But Calvin Pickard, 87 overall, Jean-Luc, he's been given a 5-year deal at 4.750. He had a fantastic year. He was not the reason we lost in the playoffs. You know what? I'm just going to get this guy locked up. Pavlik, we have coming back for 1 more year as our backup goaltender, 84 overall. And Voutilainen is going to be the starter in the AHL. He's a medium fringe starter. Rodrigue is only 58 overall at 17 years of age, so I'm not going to sign him just yet. And same thing with Bergfors. We will find a backup in free agency because I would like the AHL squad to have another good year. Defensively, so we still have Tyson Barrie. Big risk. I decided to give him the 5-year deal. He deserves it. 3.750. He's 23 years of age. He's got medium top 4 potential. He's growing. I don't want this guy to... I don't want him to feel bad. I want to give him that big boy contract. So Derek Pouliot, 2 years. Zadorov, 2 years. So Tyson Barrie, Pouliot, Zadorov, you got to figure out what to do with them after this year. If you want to keep all of them, then you're fine. If it's a bad year, then one of these guys have got to go, because if you wait another 2 years, you can't trade them, right? So Pouliot, Zadorov, and Barrie. This is the year to make sure that you're a part of the future here in Colorado. Michael Delzaster, we still have just his contract. Malak, though, I'm hoping that this guy grows. Medium top 4 potential. We should see... We should see if this guy can actually make the NHL squad along with Merkley. I mean, that would give us a lot of assets. And the trade deadline up this year, up for next year, we could trade away Zadorov in a first and increase our defensive core. There's a lot of things that we can do if those guys all grow. So Merkley, 17 years of age, 79 overall. And I thought that you guys would probably want to see this. I'll bring up the Boston Bruins and compare, what's his name? Ryan Merkley to, hang on a second, Rasmus Dahlin. Where's Rasmus Dahlin? He's on the Boston... Oh, it's the main roster. Hang on. In the system. There you go. Elite. Rasmus Dahlin. Okay, so Rasmus is 80 overall, so maybe I should have went with Rasmus Dahlin instead of Ryan Merkley. Yeah, Rasmus Dahlin's defensive awareness... I think his shot blocking is less, but his offensive awareness slightly better. His passing and his offensive awareness is better. He's not very physical, though. 1-star physicality. So let's go back to... What's his name? Let's go back to Ryan Merkley here. Let's see what he's got. Yeah, he's 1.5-star physical. He's got a better shot block. His offensive awareness, he's got a better shot, and is he a better skater? So they're pretty close. So only time will tell if the right decision for Merkley over Rasmus Dahlin was right for GM Superb, man. So hang on, in the system, main roster. So that's our defensive core. If there's a legitimate free agent, I will contemplate it, but I like our defensive core, and I would like to give these guys the chance to grow. So right wingers, we don't have to take a look at all forwards just yet. Jonathan Drouin, he's on the 5-year deal, along with Bigris, McKinnon, and Jean-Luc Picard now. Rantanen, next year, big boy contract. Fontaine, all these other guys to the AHL. Left wingers, JT Compher, 83. Maxime Comtois, going to have his rookie season in the NHL for next year. Lance Boma, Desjardins, Latta are back just in case. I don't know who's going to be available in free agency. Sugihara, Voloshenko, players that we drafted last year, they are going to grow. They're going to be playing in the AHL. And centers, Nathan McKinnon, Nolan Patrick. In 2 years, you got to give him a big boy contract. So that's what my point about Tyson Barrie, Zadorov, and Pouliot is. One of them is going to probably have to go with the amount of money we're going to have to shell out. Nick Bonino for 1 more year as our veteran centerman who helps out on the penalty kill. Tyson Jost, and on all these guys down here, okay? So, when I look at the forward core, what do we have? What do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. I know we have 9 with Tyson Jost, and then a handful of fourth liners. Technically, we already have a team right here. Lance Boma could play on the third line, then Desjardins, Latta, and even Grimaldi could come up and play on the third line, considering he's a sniper. He could play alongside of JT Compher and Jost. The point is, we already have a forward core. If there's a player that could fit into the top 6, I'm not going to take him. But if there's a player that could fit into the bottom 6, hell yeah, I might target him. Defensively, 1, 2, 3, 4, no, Disaster's not 5. 4, Malak is 5, and then Merkley is 6. Right, so our defensive core is a little bit weak. It's young, it's growing. It's not like we have any useless veterans on this team. So if there is a defenseman that makes sense for now in the future, then yes, I will sign him. But if there's a bunch of defensemen, 86, 84 overall, I'm not touching, all right? We're going to let this team grow. It's the accelerated rebuild, boys. We used our draft picks. We have some young players, but this roster, it's getting stronger. I don't want to cheat them, though. I don't want to get that big-time free agent that takes all the ice time and all the stats away from these young guns. No way. So sim to free agency. Let's see who's available. I would like to get some simulating done in this video, but there's still a lot to do. We got preseason, and considering we made the playoffs last year, the previous year, I want to get off to the good start. I don't want to just simulate a month and have it be horrible and then be like, oh, okay, now we'll fix it. No, we got to get off to the right start here. We got a competitive division. The Central last year was horrible. So, oh my God, talk about defenseman. Cam fucking Fowler is available. I knew it. I was actually considering trading for Cam Fowler for the Anaheim Ducks because Lindholm is like 91, Vatanen is like 88, Theodore is like 85. They have a bunch of other guys. There's no way that they can pay all of them. He's only wanting 6.4. Holy shit, Cam Fowler. Now, what this does is allows you to trade away Zadorov or Bigris right away. This guy, the left-handed guy, he would replace Zadorov or Bigris. He could play on the first line with. Might even replace Pouliot, to be honest. Oh, okay, that's a big one right there. Okay, you know what? I might have to think twice about this. So goaltenders, let me just see what's available here. Oh, I don't want to stop the video now. But damn, I got to hear what you guys have to say about this. So Craig Anderson, so any goalies? Now we're fine for goalies. Any potential goaltenders? Now we're fine for goalies, boys. So we're not even going to, we have so many young prospect goaltenders as well. We're not even going to select that. Defenseman. Now let's see here. Remember what I said about the defenseman. Now, Cam Fowler's the obvious one, but let's see. John Carlson, 89, two-way defender, right-handed. All right. Jack Johnson, 31 years of age, left-handed two-way defender. McNabb, 85, Holden, 85. All right, so 85, 85, 86, those guys don't count because Bigris and Zadorov could end up growing to that overall. But 89 and a 91 in their 20s still, yeah, that makes sense because that's why we have Tyson Barrie. Ooh, so Derek Pouliot, Tyson Barrie, and then you can go Cam Fowler with Ryan Merkley. Ooh, jeez, man, that would be filthy. And then Zadorov and what's his name? All the other Malak, right? Or Bigris and Malak. Yeah, okay. So that's a big one right there, boys. That would fast track the rebuild in a huge way. And forwards, Kyle Turris, Paul Stastny, Sedin, Koivu. All right, now I don't really need any of these guys. Evander Kane, Hornqvist, Brian Little, Antoine Vermette. Now we're talking about veterans for the third or fourth line. There you go. That's a nice one. David Perron. You're talking about the third line. Oh, you know what? David Perron would be perfect. You know why? Because it's Tyson Jost, JT Compher, sniper playmaker, and then you put the two-way forward Perron beside them. That replaces Grigorenko. That fills out the top 9, and then you also get Fowler. Holy shit. Okay, so our cap space is only 16 million. I don't know what to do here. I don't know what to do. Okay, boys, we're calling the video right here. I apologize ahead of time. It's a little bit shorter than you're used to, but I need to hear from the Colorado Avalanche fans because we have so many freaking options here. Now, it's going to make all the sense in the world to sign Cam Fowler, right? I already hear the arguments, but hear me out. Hear the devil's advocate side to this. So I'd want to sign him to the 5-year deal. He wants 5 years. I would want to put him on that 5-year deal. That works out perfect for us. But we're not exactly a contending team, right? So to ensure that we get him, you might have to go 5 years at 8 mil. I'm serious, okay? Anyone who's played GM mode, if you want to ensure a free agent, you really have to go up there. And that might still not even work out, okay? So I'd be willing to give Cam Fowler 5 years. I'd even go up to 8.5 mil, realistically. A 91 overall defenseman, that is worth it. But remember, let me just go all the way back out here. Remember, in the next few years, like that signing would help out big time right now. We could even sign him to freaking $14 million, and it wouldn't hurt us in year number 1. But it's year number 2 and years number 3 that really, hang on a sec, that would really stretch our cap to the limit. And I don't want to sign a guy like Fowler just to trade him in 2 or 3 years. If you're signing a guy like Fowler, you got to play out most of his contract on your team. It's just ridiculous. GM mode gets stupid if you sign free agents just to trade them like that. It gets way too easy, right? So, if I take a look at the best overall players, do I have to look at in the roster as well? Yeah, Nolan Patrick. All right, so let me just do this 2 ways here, boys. We got these guys all signed. McKinnon, Drew in for 5 years, so we don't have to worry about them, right? But Tyson Barrie in 2 years, he won't want more than 5.5, so we're fine there. But Derek Pouliot, he's going to go from 2.250 up to probably Barrie money, maybe even more if he grows. So you're getting an extra $3 million right there. Bonino, if you have to re-sign. Zadorov. Bigris, I think, also has to get a contract. Hang on, in the system, let's see. Nolan Patrick in 2 years is going to go from $1 million a year up to $8 million. Rantanen, he's going to go from $1 million up to like $5 or $6 million. JT Compher is going to go from $1 million up to like $3 or $4 million. Maxime Comtois, we got him for 3 years, so we're okay right there. So Merkley in 3 years. Tyson Jost in one year. So the fact that we're already only a cap space of 16 million, which seems like a lot, that's going to just disappear, especially if I give 8.5 million to a defenseman. But he is 91 overall, right? So I wouldn't be opposed to trading some of these players because you are getting a surefire elite defenseman. So, what do we do? Yeah, boys, I have to stop the video here. If I make any decisions, I'll end up regretting it because I don't have time to think. All right? So the defenseman, and we didn't even mention John Carlson. John Carlson is available as well, but you know what? I'd rather get Cam Fowler. If we're going to be shelling out that kind of money, let's put all of our chips right in there and go for Cam Fowler. Now, if we decide not to go for Cam Fowler because it's too much money, we could really bolster the third and fourth line. So David Perron for the third line. You won't be able to get. You might be able to get Perron and Fowler. But I'd rather get, if we're going to get Fowler, I'd rather get him and then maybe like Patrick Maroon, Sean Matthias, Berglund, Marcus Foligno. Yeah, a bunch of guys for the fourth line. I'll just show you all the names so you guys can see them and chime in the comment section. Yeah, the way I see it, boys, I see Perron as a third liner. Boma then goes down to the fourth line. We could get Antoine Vermette for the fourth line center. Boom, and penalty kill. And then maybe Berglund or Foligno or somebody else and really stack up that forward core. All right, so boys, Fowler or forwards? What do we do? Fowler or the future? What do we do? That's a big freaking free agent, and I'm too afraid to pull the trigger right now. I need to hear from the Colorado Avalanche fans. So boys, let me know, and I will see you in the next one. Be sure to check out our website, 2bcsports.com, where the hockey talk continues. Find myself and others in the live interactive chat, or dive into the active forums to talk about sports and gaming. You can also find us on Twitch, where the live streams come to life.